welcome to the Lost Fjord. Today we're hiking the aptly named Elk Meadow Park. We've got a bunch of hiking companions today that they're enjoying the nice warm weather just like I am, so come along and enjoy the adventure. Let's go! Hey, we've just started our hike today and I'm only maybe a couple hundred yards on the trail, and I think we have some pretty cool visitors up here. Let's take a look. We got this big doe. I think they're all does. So we disturb these guys as little as possible. We can actually keep on hiking. We're actually going to break away from the trail for a little bit, see if we can go up and around. Even this way we're gonna run into somebody. Everyone's enjoying the good grazing because it's been so warm lately. So nothing's buried in snow yet. So these guys are gonna keep getting fatter. Today, we're trying to make it to Bergen Peak, which I believe is just under 10,000 feet. And if we believe the map, the last mile and a half is all switchback. You all know my feeling about switchbacks. This must be a popular area. All over the ground here, there's a bunch of elk nuggets. We're trying to keep our distance as much as we can, but also let them know that we're here. I would hate to scare any of these ones. So from this peak alone, how many elk can you spot? With all the granite around here, there's quite a bit of quartz. So every once in a while you'll come across this bone white quartz. It's really cool. I still always look for the smoky quartz. It's much harder, and when you do find it, it's almost always cracked and frayed, but I'm looking for real quartz crystal one day. Now, back to the elves. Elves? Yeah, these are magical, large, furry, brown elves, also called elk. So, back to the elk, or elves, whichever you prefer. Finally see the trail here. I think we can get back down to it. There's a couple of young bulls, little single pointers. How cool it is to actually get this close to them. And they've taken over this whole hillside, just relaxing in the shade, eating as much as they can before the snow actually comes. They're probably pretty hard to see, but you can hear the elk talking to each other down here. I wasn't sure how today's hike was going to go. The first trail I wanted was so packed, would have been a pain for everybody. The second trail, closed. The third trail, no place to park, didn't even exist. So this is our fourth and final try of the day. I think we got pretty lucky. Not sure I can find a better place for a drink. Got a tree that looks like a chair and a view of the elk down here in the valley. Can't beat that view. think what we're seeing here is a lightning strike, an old lightning strike to this tree. You can see where this bark is actually spun off. Not 100% sure, but that would be my guess. One of the things we have to consider with this hike, because we got started later in the day and we're on the east side of the mountain, is when sun sets at 4:30. Are we going to be hiking in the dark? Strong possibility, but we really want to make it to Bergen Peak, so I think we'll take Bergen Peak Trail. Alrighty, time for a quick break and some water. Bit of a change in altitude. My water sealed itself. Making good time and good speed on this trail, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. If the end of this video is in the dark, you'll know we were a bit slow. Along with all the granite and the quartz, you can actually see quite a bit of gypsum in these rocks. Not sure if they'll reflect good enough, but let's see if I can get them to shine with my flashlight. It's hard to see, but between those two ridges in that little saddle, Denver. It originally turned to see this awesome log with all of its twists and turns, but at the end of it, there's one little squirrel. Let's see if we can get close enough that you can actually see him. He's not interested. That's all right, we'll let him be and continue on. Let me see some sunshine. Oh, we've gone from elk to deer. Another happy accident. I was coming to show everybody the windswept tree that's relatively recent, with how green the needles still are and the tree that it came off of. They get some serious wind through here. As I'm looking at this deer and wondering where his friends are, I look up the trail a little bit more, and what do I see but two of his friends, just a little bit higher in the hill and back into the shade. very many places in the world where you get to have a view like this on a normal day. You can see the marks here where a deer decided to brush his antlers. Probably either scent marking or trying to rub some of the velvet off his ears. All of these are blown over. They're blown over in the same direction. I don't see a saw mark on any of the bases, so it gets pretty windy. Does anyone get songs stuck in their head when they're hiking? I usually do. And it's usually downhill, and they're never applicable. Today's mix is Baby Shark and Rap God by Eminem. It's not spooky at all walking through these trees. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make it to the top of Bergen Peak today, so we're going to turn around while we still have a little bit of sunlight and start working our way back down the trail. But hopefully you still had a good time just like I did, and I promise we'll be back and we'll finish it. Next time I'll plan a little bit better, maybe. Here on the Lost Fjord, we don't give up. We try again.